What's up, everybody? It's Alan Nobal, aka Alan Motivation in the morning, and we are together for a new podcast today. And I wanted to talk about, failure because, some people don't want to start, don't want to try, and um, they are waiting, because they want to be really ready. You know what I'm saying? They want their thing to be perfect. That's the point. They want everything to be perfect so they can so they are sure they will not fail. The problem is, and I was thinking, are you afraid to fail, or are you afraid of, that people see you fail? What's the truth? And we have to think about it, because that's not a problem to fail. I strongly and definitely believe that the real failure is giving up. When you give up, you are failing. That's the biggest failure you could ever, make, giving up. But when you try and you actually fail, that's the word that is used. When you do something wrong, when you're not successful in something at some point, people call it failure. I just call it learning. I learn. And not be willing to go through failure. It's like not be willing to go through life, because that's a part of life. So now the question is, are we afraid of failure because we don't want to fail, or are we afraid of failure because we don't want people to see us fail? Okay, and I ask you that question. What is your relationship with failure? The thing that you call failure actually is the thing that will make you grow. And the problem is that because you don't want to fail, you miss the experience that goes with it. And that's the experience that makes you grow, actually. So you don't have to, I would say, avoid failing. You have to step into it. And you have to fail to learn to grow. The earlier you fail, the faster you grow. That's the point. All right? So don't try to avoid failing. When I was talking about it with some friends. I was, comparing failure in school, life and school, because um, just imagine that you are going to school. You have some tests, you have some exams to prepare you actually for the most important exam. But if you go to school and you don't want to fail, you don't want to have tests, just tell me why you're going to school. I don't get it. That's the same thing with life. When you go through life, you have to go through challenges, through trials. You know what I'm saying? You have to go through life, and when you go through life, you have to learn. So when you face later some other challenges, you can face them even better because you had the experience in the first place. So that's the same thing at school, because when you have the test, you can learn from your mistakes. There's two ways to see your failure in at a test, at an exam. You can say, oh, I failed, I'm a failure. I got 5 out of 20. My mark is so bad. I feel like giving up school is not for me. I'm just, I'm dumb. Or you can see it the other way and say, oh, damn, I thought that I was good in mathematics, but now I see that I have made some mistakes at this exercise precisely. Let me work on it. Let me get better at it. Was I really ready for this test? Probably not. You know, so now I'm about to work on on where I was wrong in the test, and I'm about to kill it for the next test. So I'm about to make it happen for the final test. You know what I'm saying? So, do you learn from your mistakes? If you don't learn from your mistakes, you will never be able to achieve something great. All right, because you will do the same mistakes again and again and again and again, and you don't really grow because you don't really learn. So now, what is the best for you? Learning from mistakes, but doing actually making these mistakes, or trying not to do any mistakes at all, and when you see that your grade is not good, you just give up. But why do you give up? Because you actually want to give up, or because you can't face the fact that the other people are going to see your mistakes? That's the point. And let me tell you something. It's all about you, because those people that you're afraid of, because you don't want them to see your mistakes, are actually making some mistakes. All right? So we all are in the same situation. We all are facing challenges, but we gotta go through it anyway. All right. So just think about it, and tell me what you think about it. But don't be afraid of failure. Be afraid of not learning from your mistakes, from your failure, and be afraid not to fail. Because if you don't fail, you don't grow. Okay, it was Alan Motivation in the Morning today, and I wanted to talk about it real quick in English, guys. Let's make it happen, and see you soon for our next podcast. Let's go.